Hello everyone, hope all is well and welcome back. So in today's video I am so extremely excited about it because I'm going to be doing a look with the new Melt collection. This is the PR box. When it arrived I was just like floored. This has got to be my #1 favorite collection of 2019. This just, you can see the love pouring out of it. It's absolutely beautiful. Here, I'll show you the PR box, which I believe they'll be selling. I'm not really sure. I didn't really, ow. First there's this beautiful note from Laura, one of the owners of Melt. I won't read it all because it's very long, but it's so sweet and almost made me cry. But this is the collection. It is so stunning. Look at this box. Like the artwork and just every detail in here is so stunning. This PR box, ow, why do I keep doing that? Okay, get a grip. Okay, and then I just discovered this like 2 minutes ago. I got this yesterday, but I didn't even notice this. But there's a bag underneath, and it's so stunning. It's such a stunning like canvas type feeling bag. It's so stunning. I haven't been this excited for a launch in a very, very long time. In this collection, there's 2 palettes and 6 brushes. There's a highlighter, 3 liquid lip sets, and 4 eyeliners, which I'm really excited they came out with pot eyeliners. I love working with potted eyeliners, as you guys know. But that's enough of this box. I'm gonna show you the products now. So here are the 3 liquid lip sets. I'm gonna be swatching them right now so you'll see close-ups of the swatches. And then there's 4 eyeliners, which are really, really stunning. Okay, just as a heads up, I do not speak Spanish. I speak French and English, which Spanish is kind of-ish a blend of both. So I'm gonna try my bestest with these pronunciations, but if I butcher them, I'm so sorry. I'm really excited about this one. It's like a tealy green, forest green type shade. And then they came out with this gorgeous highlighter, which has the most beautiful indentation in it. The way it was pressed, I've never seen so much detail in a pressed highlighter. It's unbelievable. I took some really close-up shots of it so you can see every little inch, but it looks stunning. I do not even want to swatch this or touch this. It's just so beautiful. Like, are you kidding? What an art piece. Like, wow. This whole collection is just unbelievably well curated. And then, of course, there's the 2 palettes. The palettes have the most stunning packaging. It's all embossed and glossy, and they have magnets so they like click together. This is the Veda Palette, so it has more like lively shades, a lot more lighter shades. It's very bright and happy looking. And I love these 3 neutrals that they added in here. They're like more cool toned. I think it's stunning. And here is this palette, which I'm going to be using this one today. I'm really, really excited about this one. I think this just has such beautiful shades, and the depth in here is just unbelievable. And when I first saw this one, I was like, this is like the perfect continuation of the Smoke Sessions palette, which was their holiday palette of last year. Doesn't that look perfect together? Most of Melt's palettes do look so good all together. Without being really similar to each other, they're all completely different, but they all kind of complement each other, which I really love. Melt does such a great job at curating palettes. Like, they're always so user-friendly. Like in here, you can do like the obvious monochromatic pieces, or all the shades will look good together. Their palettes just flow so beautifully together. It's very admirable. I can just see and feel the love out of this collection. This collection is the reason why I love them so much. They're my top 3 favorite brands. They just go so hard with each of their products, and you can really see how much they put the love and care into all their products. Every aspect. I've never seen a collection with so much detail in it. And it's not just the packaging that's amazing, it's like what's inside too looks really amazing. I haven't used anything yet. I wanted to keep it all as a surprise for this video, but if these shadows are anything like all their other palettes and their stacks, I'm going to absolutely love this. Today I'm just going to do one look using this palette, but if you want to see 3 looks from each palette in a separate video, I would love to do that. I'm not doing 3 looks today just because I recently got contacts yesterday and my eyes are a little bit sensitive, and I feel like doing 3 looks on top of that will just destroy my eyes. So before we get into it, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It would mean so much to me, and let's get into this. I am so excited. I forgot about the brushes just because I left them in the PR box to show you what the kit looked like. But these look really, really stunning. They have they have the two skulls facing each other on the handle right here, which is just so luxe looking. I think I'm gonna have to give these guys a wash just because they got kind of deformed in the PR kit because they did get loosened in there and they kind of rattled around, so some of them have like a little bit of a bend, so I'm gonna have to wash a few of them, but they do feel really nice. But first I'm gonna apply some highlighter, and I'm gonna be using this, which I'm really sad to dip into it because I just want to look at it for like the rest of my life. But I'm going to be dipping into it with my Nabla highlighter brush. I'm going to try to make the smallest indentation in here. It has like a pink shift to it, which I really like, but a really nice gold base. It might be a little bit glittery, but we'll see. Well, it is very pink. That is very pink and quite glittery, but it's very micro glitter. It's not chunky. It's not my favorite. I don't personally like this effect. It's different from their other digital highlights. Here, I'll try to turn on the lighting so you can maybe see. Yeah, pink. It's cute. Like it looks like a party on my cheeks. I think this is going to be one that I want to just look at. I'm going to be using the Veda palette today, and this is just so beautiful. I just did some quick swatches of the palette so I could get a feel for the colors. They are so stunning and pigmented and creamy. And this is the potted eyeliner because I think I want to use that one. But wow, just wanted a better feel. I don't know if I should do like the berry tones, the navies, or the teals. I don't know. I'm gonna take a second and think about it. Here is the look we're gonna be doing, but I kind of feel like a parrot in the best way. I really like how this turned out. I think it's very different than what I usually do. So what I did, I first started off with the Anastasia A25 brush, and I dipped into the shade Corazon, and I used a tiny amount of that, and I did prime my eyelids with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer as always, and I tapped off as much as I could off my brush, and I tried to use this as my transition shade. So I first built this up into the crease, and then I kind of slowly dragged that pigmentation up, and melt shadows are great to do this because they can just blend for days and they never get patchy or weird. They just do. Then I took this Clean Smith 232 and just dragged over the edges just to make them seamless. And I'm just gonna build that up a little bit more. Now that I have that down, I'm gonna take this shade right here. And I'm taking this one just because I was a little bit nervous to just go into the teal shade, just because of the color wheel, like red and teal, they're complementary-ish because it does have that green in there. So it will turn into like a neutral gray tone. I used this gray tone just to help that from not happening. I didn't want it to get kind of patchy or weird. So I just kind of placed this lightly into the crease just to serve us as like a barrier. And then with a Dose of Colors brush, I'm going to be taking this shade right here, Duello, and I'm going to pack it right on the outer corner to begin with. It's a very deep teal. I'm just going to pack it on and blend it kind of into that gray tone. And I'm going to take a little bit more of that gray tone and kind of blend this out a little bit. I do a lot of jumping back and forth in this one just because we have these tones that are very placement specific. So I'm taking my first brush, the Anastasia one, with Corazon, just to kind of bring that back to life a little bit, just because it gets a little bit blended away. And then with my finger, I'm going to go into Angelito and just press that onto the lid. And then for the bottom, I'm going to be taking the Dose of Colors brush and I'm going to be dipping into the shade Lagrimas? Lagrimas. I'm not sure. And I'm going to place this on the lower lash line. I'm going to be taking this potted eyeliner and I'm going to take the liner brush that came in this collection, if I can find it. And this is a very unique formula. It's super, super creamy, which is really nice if you want to blend it up into the crease or like use it as an eyeshadow. But for the waterline, it's a little bit tricky. But once it dries down, it's like down. My eyes are really watery today because my eyes are getting used to contacts. I've never had contacts and it's not budging where my eyes are watering, which is unheard of. So what I did a really thin layer of this to begin with. I'm just gonna leave that for like 20 seconds and then add another layer and it'll be good. As I'm waiting for that to kind of dry down, I'm gonna take this pencil brush from Sonia Kashuk, dip into that potted liner and kind of tap the excess off on the cap. And I'm gonna blend this on the lower lash line. And then I'm just gonna jump back and add another layer into the waterline. It's really nice because you get a lot of playing time with this shade, with these potted liners, it seems like. So you can really get a really nice smoked out lower lash line. And now I'm gonna take the Dose of Colors brush with that teal, the deepest teal shade in the palette, and kind of lock that liner in. I'm going to be using the shade Calica and just with my pinky and just going to pop that in the inner corner. And then I'm just going to quickly add some mascara and some lashes and I'll be right back. And here are the eyes all finished. I love this look. I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I do, but once I added my brows and I put the mascara on, I'm like, wow, I really like this. The lashes I used are these ones from Velour and they're called Would I Lie? They're effortless lashes, so you don't have to cut them or anything. They're really nice. I just like how they just look like my normal lashes, just more put together and even. Now I'm going to do some lip swatches of the 3 lipsticks. So the first one is Fiesta. The second one I'm going to swatch is this one, and it is Mariachi. And the last one is a beautiful orange. And I'm not sure how to pronounce this. But for my lips, I didn't super love any of these liquid lipsticks with this eye look. I looked a little bit too much for me. I just want like a subtle gloss just because the eyes are so intense. Also because my lips are very chapped. I woke up this morning and yawned and my lips split, so they're in pain right now. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of lip balm. This is the Bite Agave Plus one. And I'm gonna put a little bit of Bite French Pressed Gloss in the shade Flat White, just to kind of blank out my lips as well, because I really want the eyes to be like the only focus of this look. So this is the final look. I think this look turned out really awesome. I'm really happy with how it did turn out. It's not what I was planning, that's for sure, but I really like how it turned out. So now moving on to my final thoughts about the things I've tried out today. First with the lipsticks, I think these are my least favorite out of the collection just because I don't really see myself wearing these colors, just because they're colors that I don't really wear. I did have a little bit of trouble with the purple one just because it does have a shimmer in it and it kind of went on streaky and patchy. But when I let it dry down and added a second layer, it was perfect. And also it's a purple, and purples seem to always have a little bit of difficulty. It must be something in the pigments, I'm not too sure. I'm not a chemist. The other 2 shades went on beautifully. I think my favorite one is the orange one, but the other 2 I don't really see myself wearing too much. Next with this gel liner, it's a very unique gel liner texture. It's very, very wet and creamy when you first dip into it, but when it sits down, which I am very impressed with that. You do get a lot of working time, which is really nice, so you can get those blown out looks. which I really, really love about these. It was a little difficult to build up in the waterline, but if you add a thin layer, let it dry, and then add another thicker layer, it seems to work great. It just takes a little bit more time, which is not ideal, but for me with my watery waterline, this is like a really great product. I'm gonna see how it lasts. For the highlighter, this highlighter isn't my favorite. It's just not a formula I super love. It's different than their other digital highlights, I believe, because it is a lot more glittery. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this, but I am going to be keeping it just because it is the most stunning thing to look at ever. I've never seen so much detail in a hand press. I have no idea what that is called. And then finally, for the eyeshadow palette, this is just so good. I think Melt eyeshadows are they're so exquisite. They just blend like nothing, as you saw, especially with this color, especially with the crease color. Like, look how pigmented of a shade that is, and I made it a transition shade. Like, it's wild. I love their formula. Their formula is one that really lasts so long on me. They're some of my most used palettes in my collection. I love the shades in here. They're super, super deep, very punchy, so velvety to work with. There's a dream. I love this because they're very smoky as well, and you guys know how much I love my smoky eyes. This is a dream palette for me, and I think it would pair well with so many other palettes if I wanted to. I am very, very impressed with this collection. For me, my standouts are definitely the eyeshadow palette and the gel liner. The other things didn't super stand out to me, but they are beautiful with this collection. They just match perfectly. But if they really called to you, I would suggest getting the orange or the pink liquid lipstick, and there's nothing wrong with this highlighter. It's just not my preference in highlighters. The purple one, if you built it up, it'd probably be fine, but I'm not sure how that formula lasts layered on top of each other. I've never had that issue with any of the Melt lipsticks, and I have so many of them, and you guys know how much I love them. I don't think I've ever tried any with the pearlescence with it, so I'll have to test it out. This collection really reignited what I love most about makeup. I think more brands should do launches like this. There's just so much love and just so much attention to detail. This launch just feels so special. It feels like the old times when every launch just felt like this, and I've really missed this, but this really gave it to me. I love the way Melt does their launches because they do so much anticipation before they really show you the whole palette or whatever they're releasing. They do little teasers, and I just really love that because it just like keeps me refreshing their things and just like gets me so excited. I don't know. They're one of my favorite brands for that reason. They just get me in my feels. Let me know if you'd like to see a 3 looks 1 palette using each palette, so there'll be 2 different videos. I think I'll probably do that even if you don't want me to. I just want to play with these and play with these and play with these. But that is all for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this video was helpful and inspiring. If it was, please give it a like. It would help me out so much. I'll make sure to link all the products I used in today's video, including the ones I use for my base and things like that, in the description as always. And before I go, I would love for you to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!